Hi Dan, thank you again for meeting with me today. I went ahead and put together some really good stuff, some good proposals for you to look at, and I'm excited to share with you here in a little bit. But last time, I took some notes about our last meeting, and I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit, just so we're on the same page of everything, and I'm really excited to be able to share what I have with you today. Last time we were talking about your current marketing for your landscape business, and you basically said to me that you're a local marketeer. In other words, you kind of get out there a little bit, you're part of some of the chamber events and some mixers and stuff like that, which is good. And you also try to market yourself through whatever means your website can bring businesses to you, which is awesome as well. And you got some coupons that you kind of do and you hand out to your clients and through referrals. Does that sound about right? Okay, thanks. Some of the key differentiators with your business you had mentioned last time is that you have 25 years of experience here in the local market, which is awesome. You're a community stakeholder. You're involved in a community. You do volunteer work. You support local charities. Honest and reliable. So those are some great credentials, and I commend you for doing those things. You also mentioned that your main competitors are Green Scene Landscapers. Is that correct? Frank O'Sullivan and Hidden Springs would be your top main competitors here in town. You said also that your ideal client that you're looking for is one that needs weekly lawn care, perhaps some lighting for your landscape, and some tree services. You mentioned also that you got some growth goals, some aspirations for your business, Dan, where you wanted to add some hardscapes, deck and patio installations. You wanted to expand into the Plymouth meeting and Valley Forge for commercial jobs, and you're actually looking for some large landscaping jobs, $15,000 or more, which is exciting, I'm sure, for you. So today I just want to take some time and discuss with you what I've shared, what we're going to go over together, and I'm really looking forward to your feedback on that. So I got my presentation. I'm just going to kind of run through it with you. If you got any questions along the line, please feel free to stop me, and we can handle that. Is that fair? Okay, great. Thanks, Dan. Well, first we want to talk about the digital marketplace, and it's really become a complex space. A lot of my clients out there are saying to me, George, it's just become too much to be able to become relevant online, to be able to show up wanting to show up. And it's become like a burden, we got a cartoon character here which represents the burden that most business owners carry this day and age, where they're dealing with their social media and they're just confused about online marketing in general. They wonder if their website is mobile friendly. Is the website performing? Am I up with technology? Is the economy and how that's affecting my company, and product quality, and on and on, time management. And so it just becomes just too heavy to bear. And so that's what Chehade is specializing in. We want to take that burden off of you and off of the local business person, so that you can specialize and focus your time on doing what you do for your business, and let us do what we do and help your business on the internet world. So how does that sound? Does that sound pretty good? And we're gonna look more into that in detail. First, let's talk about the consumer's shopping behavior that's out there right now. And at first, we got the basic digital consumers, what we call them. And this person is the one that's like a client of yours or looking for your services. They go online, they do some Google search, they find your website online, they go to your website, they look at it, they find the phone number, and they give you a call, and they need a landscaping job. They need weekly lawn maintenance, or they need a landscape redone. And that's a real simple, direct type of customer. Then there's also what we have is called the digitally driven buyer. And that buyer does a little bit more research, where they're going to maybe go to Instagram, a little bit on Google. They're going to go on Facebook. Maybe you've done this before. You go on Facebook, your Facebook page, and you put in, do you know a good dentist, or do you know a good lawyer or something like that, and your friends respond and give you some referrals. And so a lot of people will kind of do that. They might go to Yelp and read reviews about your company. That's become a big thing, having good reviews for your company. And then they end up finally, getting back on your website and giving you a call. But this is the digitally driven buyer that's going to do a little bit more research. And of course, we've got what's called the eternal shopper, and that's the kind of shopper that is going to do a lot more research than this kind of person. They're going to go to many different sources, do some search, ask their friends, and so forth. And so we want to make sure that any type of shopper or searcher for your services that you're going to be found in, Dan, in all these areas. Do you agree that would be very important for you? Of course, yeah, I knew you would agree with that. Now online, it's interesting. There's two types of behaviors that we all do online. There are the surfers, and the surfers are the ones that are casually browsing the internet. They're reading articles online. They're looking up movies, or they're looking up a recipe, or they're checking out sports scores. When was the last time you did some surfing? Like just surfing the net, reading articles? A couple days ago? Yeah. And so, yeah, basically, we do this all the time. And then the other part of our online behavior that we all do is what's called being a searcher. And being a searcher is the one who is actively looking for something specific, and they go into Google and search engines, or it could be online yellow pages or whatever, and they're looking for a certain specific service. And this is the person that's looking for that, a business name, and so forth. When's the last time you did a search for something? Okay, just this morning. Yeah, definitely. So we're doing this every day. Every day, all of us are surfing or searching. I'm sure you agree with that. At Haibu, what we try to do for you and for our clients, Dan, is that we want to make things simple. We know the internet world can be very complex and very tedious and time consuming, but we want to make it simple for you. And what we've done is we've kind of separated it in three major areas. The first area is building a solid foundation for your company, where you set up your digital listings management and setting it up correctly. We can do that for you. What this basically is making sure that your listings are correct all over the internet and over 100 plus directories and search engines. So we set up your Google Places, your Google Maps. We set up your Yahoo, your Bing, your Apple Maps, your Yelp page. We make sure that's listed correctly. We put you on all the online Yellow Page directories, including ours, which we own at yellowbook.com. So we make sure that your digital listings is set up correctly. That's one of the basic foundations to do. The second thing we want to do is make sure you have a good reviews program. We have a great review program at Haibu where we actually set up a portal, and where your clients can go to this portal, they write a review for you, they rate you 1 to 5 stars, and I'm sure you've been doing this a long time, you do great work, you're going to get a lot of high stars. And so if they rate you 4 and 5 stars, we're actually going to send your client directly to those sources of Yelp, Facebook page, and Google, where they could just put that review straight on there. If you got that picky client that's hard to please, and I know we all have some of those, where whatever we do, it's hard to get them to give you a big thumbs up and an A-OK, and they might give you a 3-star below. We're not going to send them to those places online immediately. We're going to send you an email from your portal letting you know this client of yours did a 3-star, 2-star, or whatever. Then you have a chance to reach out to them through email, or if you have their phone number, you can call them and see what you did, how you can better improve, and have a discussion with them. And we found many times when the owner does call that reviewer and talk to them, that they're able to change the review to 4 and 5 stars. So this is kind of a buffer system where we can able to make sure that you don't get any of those 3 stars. Everything's going to be 4 and 5 stars. Don't you think that would be important? Right. Yep. Exactly. We also want to make sure that you have a mobile-friendly website, which is very, very important in this day and age. Google's actually saying that if your website is not mobile-friendly, or also known as mobile-optimized, it's going to be deranked or maybe even taken off of Google altogether. So it's very important that your site is mobile friendly. I did some research on your site. We're going to look at it here in a minute. Your site is not mobile friendly, but that's okay. We can take care of that for you. Another thing is we're going to talk about is social marketing, which is making sure that you are showing up on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and a lot of the places where not only the younger crowd is looking, but just about everybody, every age is on Facebook, and we want to make sure that you're on there. We actually found that over 1 billion people per day are on Facebook, which is incredible, and 42% of their time was on Facebook. So it's really important that you are on there and having a good relevance on Facebook and the social media. And the third area that we want to talk to you about too is driving traffic to your website. Having a nice website is great, but to keep in the basement and not letting know people that you're there would really make it useless. So we have a lot of great programs, SEO programs, search engine optimization, online display programs, which ads that would show up on a lot of the various websites, high traffic websites out there like CNN, ESPN, Fox News, movies.com, fandango.com, parenting.com, Food Network, just a whole slew of websites that are big sites with a lot of traffic. We can actually put online billboard ads on these websites for you. It's called online display. We could talk more about that in detail. And of course, there's search. Search is just basically pay-per-click, where people can go on and look up your keywords and make sure that you show up on pay-per-click advertising, where it's a rotation with Google, and you'll be able to see, people can see you on there directly and click on and call you. So this is kind of the basic foundation that we want to handle for your business. We found too, this is a very important slide to talk about, is that most of the customers out there in the business world, they really don't want to have multiple companies to deal with when it comes to their advertising. Like they just wish there could be just one company, one rep that they would call, and they would take care of everything for them. And I'm excited to say that here at Haibu we've done that. We've become a one-stop shop in a sense, where one call can do it all, and you can call us. We take care of all the areas that you need in your internet marketing world. And what that does is there's a lot of benefits to that. One is it makes the parts of the whole work better together by having one company. There's harmony going to be in your message, Dan, to where everything is going to be credible and reliable. And of course, having effective management that can handle everything. It's going to create a stronger foundation for you, and it's just going to be a better thing having one company. Do you agree that you'd rather have just one company that you'd call and go to for your advertising needs than multiple and several different ones? Of course, yeah, absolutely. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Haibu and who we are. I mean, we've been around for many, many years. We're actually the parent company of the good old-fashioned phone book, Yellow Book, which I'm sure you've heard. We've been publishing that directory and still publishing in a lot of markets that are coast to coast. And the neat thing is it's actually still has a lot of usage where people are still using it and picking it up. But we've been in the advertising business since 1930, actually. So we're not a new company or fly-by-night outfit, have just an office or two. We're actually coast to coast, Haibu is. Also in Great Britain, Latin America, and so we're kind of global in a sense. So you're dealing with a very strong, solid foundation company that's going to really take care of your needs and you could be proud to work with. But see, some of our achievements so far is like just in the website arena, we've done over 500,000 websites. That's tremendous. I mean, you got to agree that's fantastic to do over 500,000 websites. We've done 138 digital listings, 130,000, digital listings management programs, which is fantastic too. Now our website package comes with this in it, and that's what I mentioned to you earlier about making sure your listings are done right all across the internet. We've also done 89,000 of these pay-per-click search campaigns, which I've talked to you about a minute ago. 5,000 SEO, search engine optimization, 35,000 online display, these online billboards that we've done, which is fantastic. So as you can see, Dan, we've got the experience, we've got the knowledge, just like you're very knowledgeable and experienced in the landscape area. We want to be very knowledgeable, which we are, and very experienced in the advertising and internet world. One of the credentials that we have as a company at Haibu, and we're very proud of, is that we are a Google Premier Partner. What that means is kind of give you an idea of the selectiveness of this. There's about 20,000 companies in North America that are what's called Google Certified Partners. 20,000. Out of the 20,000, there's only 350 companies that are called Sales Channel Partners. Out of the 350, there's only about 30 or so right now that's designated as a Google Premier Partner, and we are one of those 30. So we're excited about that we've achieved that status with Google, and it just means that we're doing a good job for our clients and making sure that we adhere to all of Google's requirements and regulations. We're also a Bing partner, a Yahoo preferred partner, and a Facebook marketing partner. And we're actually the only company in all the US that's a Facebook marketing partner and a Google Premier partner. So all this isn't about just tooting our horn. Again, it's about you being with a trusted company that's achieved a lot in the internet world, and we're going to do a great job for you, I have no doubt. Let's hear from some of our clients in Las Vegas. This is just a few, we've got so many, but I wanted to kind of put up a few here. This one company, Sunrise Solar Screens, JB says, they're on the ball. Our representative was very helpful. He listened to what I had to say, accommodated my wishes. He was attentive and always available with quick return. And that's one thing I do too as a rep. I've been in the advertising business for 20 years. I've been with Haibu and Yellow Book for 10 years, and so that's one of my things that I want to do for our clients is do the right service for you, be there for you, answer your phone calls when you call me in a very timely manner. And that's what this person is giving us a good review about. Professional website and great service. This chef, Linda, Haibu built the website and offered fantastic design ideas. The website build was so smooth and simple. I wish I had contacted them sooner. The site loads quickly, easily, and navigates very nice. Says, I'm truly impressed with the customer service. Here's another company, Todd at White Knight Manufactured Homes. I have been with Haibu for many years now, and I'm a very happy customer. My reps, Mike and Kelly, have done an outstanding job with my SEO and SEM campaigns, along with so many other things. They have always given me honest feedback and have always given great advice and suggestions to help me move my business in the right direction. I've seen a huge impact since I've teamed up with Haibu. So these are just some of the reviews that our happy customer has. And so maybe in hopefully the near future we could have you on here with your company, happy with our service and giving us a great review. Now what I want to talk about now, Dan, is what's called your digital listings accuracy score. And what this is how you are listed and how you score all across the internet with being listed in all these directories. And so what I did is I pulled up your actual score here. Let me get to it. It's right here. And what we found is that you have a 43% error rate, which is not really, really bad, but it's not really, really good yet. We're going to improve this for you. So 43% is some stuff that we need to work on, and basically it shows where a lot of the areas, wherever there's red and yellow here, are areas that we need to improve and work on. Now the exciting thing about this is this digital listings program, we call it WAVE, I mentioned to you already, comes with our Haibu website, which I'm going to recommend for you later. And that comes with it. So we clear up this score for you. We get it as close to zero as possible, and perhaps even to zero in the near future. So that's something that's very important for you to take care of. This 43% error rate we need to definitely work on. So go back to my presentation here. All right. And then also your website. And I just wanted to pull up your website here and look at it. Let me kind of go. Here's your website, which I know you know about. We pulled it up, and so basically it looks nice. It looks very decent. It's got about 4 pages to it and so forth. The one thing that we really recommend is that your phone number is much bigger than the way it is, and that is very prominent, so people can call you. It shows up good there, but it's actually under the fold is what we have it. So we want it to be at the top. One of the things too that we found that needs to be very much addressed is that it is not mobile friendly. So your website, here's Google's actual test that shows that your website is not mobile friendly, and again, that's become a huge requirement for the search engine. So with a Haibu website, we take care of that for you. We actually build 2 sites. We build the desktop and iPad type of site that adapts to those devices, and then we build a mobile site specifically for your mobile phone. So that's a very important feature to have that taken care of. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is your Facebook page. And your Facebook page, at least you have one, which is good. A lot of businesses do not even start one. But of course, because you're busy and out in the field doing your thing, you don't have time to really update it, and it needs some updating. It needs some pictures, needs some posts, needs to be, you know, come kind of alive, and so we kind of encourage you to update this. One of the things that comes with our Haibu package, Haibu website package, is we will take care of a Twitter page for you as well, and a Google Plus page as well. So we take care of those two as well as putting you in 100 plus directories that are out there. So. We talked about your Facebook page. Now, as far as the search engines are concerned, what we want to look at is kind of what we have to offer you. When I go to landscape maintenance in King of Prussia, this right here, these little tiny ads, this is what's called pay-per-click or search engine marketing as well. And so we do that at Haibu. We can put you up here. It's a rotation with Google. Basically, they rotate you on here. But when you do show up, you show up, you know, pretty well. And then basically down here is all the organic listings. It's also known as SEO. And you do show up, you're kind of close to the bottom here, but at least you do show up, which is good. And then sometimes towards the bottom, Google repeats these little tiny green ads that are called pay-per-click ads. So those are ads that we can do for you. You would rotate here sometimes, you could rotate the top, so you have a lot more exposure by getting straight on Google. These are called pay-per-click ads. Any questions on this at all? You ever done pay-per-click ads before? Oh, you haven't? Okay. So this is something that we can actually do for you and really increase your presence on Google. By the way, it's not just Google, Yahoo, and Bing. And you know, Yahoo and Bing together are basically around 30% of the searches out in the whole United States, if not the world. So still a lot of people that are using Yahoo and Bing. So when I say Google, we include Yahoo and Bing as well on that. So. Now let's talk about understanding your business. Let me just kind of ask you some questions today, and you could just be kind of honest with me. How are you currently promoting your business? Well, you told me earlier that you're doing some coupons, you know, just whatever your business website can bring in for you, you're happy with. You also mentioned that you're out there sometimes in the marketplace, which is great. And so we want to look at, you know, how have you grown? You know, has your company grown in the past 3 years? Just a little bit, okay. So obviously you have some growth goals you talked about earlier in expanding into different markets and so forth. So we have that ability to help you with that. And so basically you want to kind of look at your company and say, where do you want to be in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? You know, there's an old saying that if you keep doing what you've done, you're going to be where you are. And so that's very true in the business world. So if you just keep doing what you've done, you might not be able to reach the goals that you have. So something's got to change. And we hope, you know, with Haibu and our relationship with you, that we could be a part of that change with you. It's a very positive change, and we're going to help you definitely grow your business and hit your goals that you want to be. And so that's just important stuff for you to know as far as your... now here's a really interesting slide I want to share with you, Dan. This is pretty exciting. This is actually results. So that's what it kind of comes down to with us here, is the results that we want to have for you. And this is a study that's been done with over 50,000 live clients. I mean, that's just so huge. It's not even 50 or 500 or 50,000 average. So I mean, these are really good, you know, results here. So what we found is the average client with us, Dan, that has a Haibu website receives about 68 average unique visitors per month, which isn't too bad, which is pretty good. Now, when you add the digital listings program to the website, which now all of our websites have that, they come with the website, the digital listings program I talked to you earlier about, then you jump up to 136 average unique visitors, which is incredible. So 100% jump there, which is fantastic. Now, if you add a program that we have, we mentioned to you already, it's called online display, the online billboards. And I kind of want to show you, I have a little example of a client of mine that I actually found the other day right on Realtor.com. My wife and I have been looking for a home, in Las Vegas, and we basically, we're not looking for $1.4 million home, that's for sure, can't afford that, but we were doing a little dream shopping, we're just kind of like browsing and looking at, oh honey, look at this home, 1.4 million, 1.3 million, we're just kind of checking it out. So then what I saw is one of my own clients in Las Vegas, an attorney, that we do online display advertising for show up right there. And I was so excited to see them. I took a little snapshot, so I wanted to show you a real example of one of my own personal clients, Knockby Injury Law, who shows up right there on Realtor.com. So that's an example of online display. And if we add an online display to your program, then you can look at 249 average visitors come into your website, which is tremendous. I mean, if only, if half of those called you, a third called you, could see the kind of calls that could increase to your office, which is fantastic. And of course, if we added search engine marketing ads, which is the pay-per-click ads I talked to you earlier about, then of course it would jump up even more to 413 average unique visitors. So Dan, I know this is going to be a dumb question, and I know what the answer to it is, but just tell me, I mean, aren't these the kind of results you'd like to see in your growth of your business? Absolutely. I knew you would say yes for that. That's just kind of a no-brainer. So what I want to recommend to you, kind of right off the bat, and just tell me what you think about this, is a package that we have. It's called the Diversified Digital Solutions package for your business. And what that consists of is this. First of all, digital listings management, which is the foundation of your business, getting you listed out there everywhere. We would set up the Haibu Reviews portal that I talked to you about. We actually provide you with a little card that you could, I'll show. I have a example of that card right here with me. This card here, we would put your business name right at the top. We provide you about 250 of these. You hand them out to your customers. They can use the QR code with their phone and go to the portal and do the review and do the stars, or they could type in it's a very unique URL that we assign to your company. They would go on there and they would set up their review. So I'm going to recommend this to your business. It's very, very important. It's a very good product. Of course, I want to recommend a mobile-friendly website to you. You have a nice website, but I actually want to show you. I've pulled up some sites of clients that I've been dealing with. There's some Haibu websites, and I want you to take a look at some of these sites here. Here's actually a yard maintenance client similar to your industry that we've done for them. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful website? I mean, fantastic, beautiful pictures, just very crisp, very clear. The client, I met with him yesterday actually, and he just loves his website, absolutely loves it. And these are just some different websites, just some examples of, here's a Mercury AC company that we've done their website for them. So, we want to really, look at that, isn't that a beautiful site? That's a company, one of my clients that I have in Lake Havasu, Arizona. So what we want to do is take your website and really kick it up a notch, as Emerald used to say. Remember Emerald on the Food Network? We want to just kick it up and just make it look more beautiful, more better, and most importantly, we want to do, Dan, is we want to make it mobile friendly and mobile optimized, which all of our sites are mobile friendly, mobile optimized. So that's part of our diversified digital solutions. Of course, we're going to include social marketing, a very aggressive Facebook campaign. You just got to be on Facebook in this day and age. I mean, like I mentioned, over 1 billion people per day are on there. And, the stats are 30%, over 30% of clicks to your website come from Facebook. So those are huge percentages, and you don't want to miss out on not being on Facebook and Twitter and the social media aspect. Online display, we're going to include an online display ad. I showed you earlier, my client, the attorney. We're going to include an ad like that for you that's going to show up on over 500 different websites. It's going to rotate through that. And we're going to include a search engine marketing program for you that's going to help you get more on Google, and it's an unlimited keywords program, which is fantastic. So every keyword that's associated with landscape and lawn maintenance, we're going to put on there for you. So search engine marketing will be part of the program for that. Now, the rollout price that I like to show you, it's an investment. I want you to look at it as a cost. It's easy to say, oh, it's another cost, another expense for my business, but really, it's truly an investment for your business. And so our price for you would be $899.99. So just a penny shy of $900 a month, and that includes all of these programs, a fantastic package that we would just do a great job for you. You'd be so excited about the results and the exposure you're having online, and you're going to just be so much well represented on the internet with this package. So tell me, what are your thoughts on that? Any questions that I've covered so far you want to go over? What do you think of this package? Is this something that you would like to get started on? Kind of high in the budget? Okay. Well, I can understand. You know, maybe some of this is we could maybe work towards. Okay. So I prepared, you know, another solution. We have what's called the website solution because we really feel that you ought to, you know, get a hybrid website. I mean, it's going to really increase your look and your image and make you look a lot better online. So we have 3 different website solutions that I'm going to recommend for you. The starter, the enhanced, and the advanced. So the starter has the digital listings management, has the reviews program we talked about, has the mobile-friendly website, has the online display advertising that we mentioned to you earlier. So it has those 4 programs, $279.99 a month. The enhanced one has digital listings management, the reviews, mobile-friendly website, online display. It has the same, but it has more clicks and more impressions than this. For example, the online display program will come with 27,600 allowable impressions that you would show up versus 14,000 with this. We would estimate about 54 clicks with this online display program versus 25 clicks. So you're going to have more exposure with this one. And of course, the advanced one includes the digital listings reviews, mobile-friendly website, online display advertising, and that would be $599.99, and it just goes up even further with more impressions than the previous 2 and more clicks than the previous 2. And so, and they're all 6-month agreements, and then they go month to month. So you're not locked into anything like 2 and 3 years. But I think after your 6 months, I'm pretty confident you're going to want to be locked in with us because you're going to be so excited at the returns that you're getting that you're just going to stay and we're going to have a great relationship long term. So Dan, these are 3 I recommend. They're 3 really good ones. Why don't you tell me which one of these you think would work for you and that you're comfortable with that budget? Enhanced. Okay, well, I totally agree with you, and I want to go ahead and shake your hand and thank you for making that decision today and being proactive and with your business and wanting to move forward and take it to new heights. And we're excited to be a partner with you on that, Dan. And so basically, what happens now is I'm just going to take a few minutes. If you want to, we can multitask. If you got some emails or some calls you want to make to take care of, go right ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get your order in here. I'm going to kind of cover with you some of the next steps. You're going to get emails from us and from me on next steps that's involved. We're going to have a consultation set up for our website team to call you and go through a consultation. So we're going to get everything set up and just take a few more minutes of your time. And then what I'm going to do too, before I leave today, it's going to be very important. We're going to be big on follow-up, but I just don't want to, see you once and never see me again. I want to keep this relationship fresh and alive and going. And so what I want to do is before I leave today, I'm going to set up an appointment with you, and we're going to meet again in a few months and just take a look at your results and see how you're doing. I'm sure you're going to be very excited and very proud to be working with us at HiView. Thanks again, Dan. God bless you, and you have a great day. I'm going to take a few minutes and get this stuff set up for you.